Hi folks. Okay, this is video number 2. In the first video we did kind of an overview and we talked about some of the spectral features. In this video I'd like to just demonstrate some of the spatial problems with typical cabinets, speaker cabinets, and then we'll take a look at what I'm doing to solve some of those problems. So let's jump right into a demo. What I have here is I kind of Mickey Mouse this wiring together for the demo, so I've got to be a little gentle, but just a driver, and I'm going to generate some white noise, and all I'm going to do is move this driver around. And we're using the microphones on the camera, so I think for demonstration purposes that's best. So it'll be as if the camera is your ears. And I'm just going to move this driver, I'm just going to angle it away, and you can imagine, you know, if this were locked in place on stage and you were moving around on stage, just how much your tone is going to change just by moving a little bit. So let's play some white noise, and I'm going to move the driver around and let's listen to what happens. Okay, so first let's imagine you've got your speaker cabinet on the floor and you're standing in front of it. So I'm just pointing the speaker toward the camera, but just straight ahead at the floor. That's what you got. That's what you're hearing. Now I'm just going to point it at the camera just so you can hear the difference of what's coming out of the speaker and what you're hearing, because you're off axis to the driver. Okay? Okay, back down to the floor. Just pointing straight ahead. I don't know if you can see it. And then back up. Okay, so the same thing happens in the horizontal plane. So and again back down. It's quite a difference. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea of just how directional mid and high frequencies are coming off of a, what is this, an 8-inch driver, I guess. So, you know, if you're coming off a 10 or a 12-inch driver, it's, you know, just by the equation, it gets even more narrow than that. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take a quick look at the top of the cabinet. Remember, in this cabinet, all the lows are coming from the large driver down the bottom, the woofer down the bottom, and your mids and highs are coming from a coaxial driver up top. This is an 8-inch mid, this larger driver, and in the center, blasting through the dust cap, there's a compression driver underneath there. And that compression driver is handling all the high frequency stuff. So what's going on in here is there's some diffraction edges here, 1, 2, and even a third one up here. Which, you know, are just kind of helping to bend your mid and high frequencies a little bit forward in the cab. But if you take a look up top here, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a conical reflector up here, and that's placed really kind of centered above the compression driver, the tweeter. So it's really focused on distributing those high frequencies, which, as we just heard, come off of a large driver really directionally and not in a good way. So this curved deflector here is kind of spreading both vertically and horizontally, spreading your high frequencies in particular. And this is helping to spread your mid frequencies. And obviously by the angle of this driver, you're getting a little bit of help in the vertical plane. With your mid-range frequencies, because a lot of us put these on the floor, we put them behind us, and as you know, well, if you kneel down and put your head in front of a typical cab, then you'll hear all your mids and your highs. But then when you stand up, you're not hearing it anymore. Like this cabinet, when you put it on the floor, you stand in front of it, you hear all your mids and highs perfectly. You know exactly where your tone is. And like I said in the other video, I tend to play these cabinets with my tone flat. Unless there's a bump in the room that I'm trying to get rid of, I can actually play with my tone frequencies flat on my head. And These are kind of the first cabs I think I've ever been able to do that. So that's just a quick look at spatially how these cabinets are very different. And they will improve your sound not only to your ears, but to other people in the band, you know, your drummer who's off to the side, and also to the audience. Okay, I hope that taking a close look at the top of the cabinet there, that you can see what's going on to kind of spread your mid and your high frequencies out into the room, both on the horizontal plane and on the vertical plane, which really nothing else out there is really doing right now, at least on both planes. So I hope this helps. The other video, if you want to hear the spectral stuff, that's in the middle of the other video. This was our spatial demo. Thank you for tuning in. Keep an eye on www.RayRayCabs.com for where the cabs are currently available. And we'll conclude this video with some white noise, because isn't that what everybody likes? It's amazing the difference, isn't it? All right, thanks for tuning in. Take care.